Oh, we're getting more adventuresome in our white wine selections, but we still love a great class of Chardonnay, which is consistently voted the favorite white wine in America. Our wine and spirits expert and founder of Dallas Uncorked, Hayley Hamilton Cogill, is here with a few of the best to enjoy this year. And I got to say something about Hayley, because the thing that fascinates me about Hayley is she has created a place in the wine world where she is an authority now. She's become sought after all over the country. And she didn't even ever think she would have a job like this.
Thank you, Susie.
So this means you keep your dream alive and
Absolutely.
it comes true.
It really does. And it's so funny thinking of where I was to where I am now, and that is talking about great wine. And this is so much more fun.
I know, and you go all over.
And I do get to travel a lot, but it's fun to kind of come back to one of America's still favorite white wines. Everybody loves a Chardonnay. A Chardonnay is consistently the top-rated white wine. So,
but I thought Chardonnay was it, and then it went away and when Pinot Grigio came in.
well, and that's, people love a Pinot Grigio, people love a Pinot Gris, a Sauvignon Blanc, Marsanne. There are so many different white varieties, which we're going to talk about next week, but did kind of want to focus on just some great Chardonnays
let's
today.
Let's start with this wine right here.
Which we have in our glass, and it's what you and the ladies were drinking a little bit earlier. It's from Han. It's their SL8 Chardonnay. It's from the Santa Lucia Highlands in the central coast of California. And that particular part of the country is also known as the salad bowl. It's where a lot of our greens are actually grown in the country that we use. So it's a very fertile area, which really isn't the kind of soil you want to grow vines in, because you want vines to be stressed. But in little pockets of Santa Lucia Highland, there are these kind of, they're very infertile soils that create really, really interesting, very mineral rich, kind of steely, how they, the process that they make really just shows the true fruit expression and the soil.
And the thing I like about this, because I've had several tastes of it, and I love Chardonnay, but I don't taste as much oak in this.
And that's kind of the style I think that we as Americans are looking to now aren't the heavier Chardonnays. We want something that's a little bit lighter.
Say the label again. It's Han, H-A-H-N.
Yes, and it's their SL8 Chardonnay, Santa Lucia Highlands. It's about $22. You can find it goody.
It's wonderful. What's next?
The next one is Minor Family Wines in Napa Valley. Always one of my favorite wines. This wine, this will be the wine that I drink for the rest of my life. I love it. It's their Napa Valley Chardonnay. It's from kind of they have their fruit coming from some of the cooler parts in the southern part of Napa. It does have some of those kind of creamy, kind of lemon curd, lemon pie, golden apple, green apple kind of notes, but it's also very fresh, very light.
So is Chardonnay the grape itself or a blend of grapes?
It's a grape. It's an actual variety that comes from the Burgundy region of France.
Right.
Is the
and you're favoring American Chardonnays and California Chardonnay.
I just brought some from the U.S. in particular. Obviously, a great Chablis, some of the a Montrachet, some of the great French ones are also perfect, but did kind of want to focus on some
and I'm glad.
that are a little
What's
bit.
this one
the next
from
one
the Russian River Valley?
Is Fritz's Reserve Russian River. Russian River is in Sonoma, and that's also a key area for growing really great Chardonnay as well as Pinot Noir. It's a cool, they have very cool nights and very warm days, which makes the wine have great acidity. So it's a great food wine, but also really, really nice ripe fruit. So it's going to be a very, very balanced wine. This little winery is a really special wine coming out of
What's
Russian
the price
River.
point on that?
That one's about 35.
35. And
yes.
so are we moving up the
Oh,
scale?
no, I apologize. That one's 55. So
55.
It's a little bit of everything. So yes, and you can find that on the Fritz website, which I'll link you through my website. The next one is from Antica. Antica is Antinori's property in Napa Valley. The Antinori family, very famous Italian family. They have this property. We got to go up to it on the top of Atlas Peak in Napa Valley. And because it's of how their particular estate lays, they have a nice valley that runs through their estate that allows them to grow really, really interesting, very light Chardonnay. And though the high elevation, it also grows great Cabernet Sauvignon.
Is that the key, is the higher elevation?
It just kind of depends on you want to make sure you've got great airflow. You want to make sure you have those kind of cooler nights with a warm day to really get the acidity as well as the ripeness of the fruit.
And how does the drought in California affect these wines?
This is going to be a difficult year. They actually, yesterday, they started harvesting their sparkling wines already, and that's July, and
Wow.
that is very early. But
All right, and our last one
is from Stoller. This one is Willamette Valley. Stoller is in the Dundee Hills of Willamette. I've spoken about them before. Love this Chardonnay, and it's actually a lot of winemakers in Willamette Valley do as well, because they actually sell a lot of their Chardonnay fruit to other wineries like Adelsheim and Chehalem. It's an incredible, very, very special, very, very special
Beautiful.
wine, and
Price
really
point
kind of
on it?
shows the beauty of Willamette. It's about $35, also available on the
Now,
website.
I'm going to
so.
say something, because I'd love one day for you to tell anybody out there that wants to learn wines. Is there a great book, a starting book, anything like that that they could go to and start taking baby steps?
There are so many, and there are also so many great classes. There's one of the books that I read when I was doing my training is called The World Atlas of Wine.
All
it's
right.
a big book, but it's fantastic. It goes through the entire world.
And
so
it's something,
great.
I mean, we may get as smart as Hayley is about this. Your taste buds will always treat you right when you try the wines that she recommends. You can
Thanks,
find out more about these wines by going to Hayley's website, DallasUncorked.com or .org.